Veterans Day is a day that we honor veterans for their service and sacrifice that they made on our behalf. November 11th was chosen as a day to honor veterans as that was the day that ended World War I. American veterans have served in many conflicts before and since then, but always on our behalf. Veterans Day, we dedicate this assembly to Colonel Tim Small.
The Army calls them the tip of the spear. They are the original A-Team, the secret soldiers who stand ready 24/7 for covert missions behind enemy lines. Tonight, we go behind closed doors and into the world of special forces to find out what it takes to wear the Green Beret.
They perform within the shadows. Their impact felt a world away. They are part of America's covert forces sent to gather intelligence. The saviors of those caught behind enemy lines. Teachers of local people in foreign countries in need of military skills. The epitome of unconventional warriors. Their motto, anytime, any place, anywhere to liberate the oppressed.
We're given a lot of responsibility. We could be working in the jungles of Latin America one moment and working at the diplomatic level and embassies at the next. The variety of missions that we perform are numerous, and there's never a dull moment.
Fort Bragg, North Carolina, headquarters for the U.S. military's Special Operations Command. Their training area is highly classified. Few have ever been let inside. For me, it was an extraordinary journey into the hearts and minds of the men known as the U.S. Army's Green Berets.
What makes a good Special Forces soldier?
You have to have the ability to handle stress, both physical and mental. You have to be comfortable with ambiguity. You have to have a fair amount of self-confidence in your ability to do the right thing at the right time and make the proper decisions.
Ambiguity, the ability to deal with ambiguity. In what way?
It means not having to have people tell you what to do, the instinct to sort through a large amount of often conflicting information, which happens quite often in deployment in a foreign country where you're dealing with different factions and arrive at ground truth.
Special Forces is an all-male unit that dates back to 1952. In a dangerous world, a gathering of volunteers was assembled to conduct guerrilla warfare behind enemy lines in small groups. They distinguished themselves from other units by wearing green berets. Then in 1960, that one piece of headgear became the most legendary part of their uniform when it caught the eye of President John F. Kennedy during a visit to Fort Bragg. President Kennedy called it a mark of distinction and a badge of courage. For the remainder of the 20th century, Special Forces earned a reputation as fearless warriors. Wherever, whenever conflict erupted, they were there. They still are. Today's Special Forces number just over 2,000. 2 men can successfully complete a mission, but a traditional Operation Detachment Alpha, or A-Team, consists of 12 of the most well-trained men in U.S. military.
We get to the point where not only do we know each other's likes and dislikes, we also know each other's breathing rate, step rate, because when you go out into the woods, you have to know these characteristics so that the team can work as one and move together undetected if that's what the situation calls for. A lot of times a Special Forces team will find itself deployed downrange, and they'll be the only American force in that country. There's no support system like if the 82nd deployed, where they come in with thousands of soldiers to take care of them. And the Special Forces A-Team will have to depend on itself a lot of times, and that's why a Special Forces team has to be so strong.